2024 edition is about to kick off in just a few short minutes. Get ready to witness our magnificent collection of vintage trolleys and trains in action. For the best viewing experience, head over to the inbound stop shelter at the road crossing or along the big tent where you'll have a front row seat. So today, our parade will showcase the best in our collection, highlighting the incredible volunteer restoration and curatorial work, I hate that word, done here at the museum. In other words, the people that research all of our vehicles and things like that. Ladies and gentlemen, coming down the line is car 500, operated by volunteer Bill Dawkins. Car 500 is the only car of the Connecticut Company. It was built by the A.G. Road Company in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania in 1904. It was built with open platforms at each end and was ordained with elaborate grill work. The ends were enclosed and the car was lengthened around 1910. The car has inlaid oak woodwork, beveled edge mirrors, intricate scroll work, and plate glass windows, broadloom carpet, wicker chairs, galley, kitchen, drinking fountain, and lavatory with stained glass windows combined to make this one of the most opulent vehicles to grace the steel rails. Each year, Car 500 carried the Connecticut Company officials on an extended 720-mile inspection trip over Connecticut's entire trolley system. Car 500 is 42 feet long, weighs 37,000 pounds, and seats about 20 passengers. That's Car 500. And pulling in right now is car number 316, operated by volunteer Steve Boyce. Union Railway car 316 was built in 1895 by the American Car Company of St. Louis. It ran in the Bronx and Westchester County, New York. Operating speeds for this type of single truck car with a range of 15 to 20 miles per hour. Twice as fast as cable cars and 4 times as fast as the horse-drawn streetcars. This made it possible for large numbers of people to commute from residential neighborhoods to work, to shopping and school. Cities and suburbs began to expand along these new streetcar lines. Car 316 is 30 feet long. It weighs in at 17,000 pounds and seats 20 passengers. Car 1792, coming right up, is operated by volunteer Jim Boylan. Brooklyn Rapid Transit Car 1792 was built by the Lee Card Company in 1899. The car's top was enclosed in 1905 and air brakes were added to replace hand brakes in 1912. In 1925, this car was retired from public service and was used to haul sand for the next 4 decades. In 1792, it was used briefly in Nassau County. In the early 1920s, this car is the last Long Island trolley in existence. The car is 35 feet long, weighs in at 26,000 pounds, and carries 32 passengers. Car 1792. Next up is car 4573, operated by volunteer Barry Zuckerman. Car 4573 was the museum's first Brooklyn car, representing the largest trolley system in the United States. It is a 4-motor convertible type car running in its center configuration at the Shore Line Trolley Museum. Wheels would come off the car and would be replaced with full panels for cold weather operation. Built by the Laconia Car Company in 1906, it started its service on Flatbush Avenue and ran until 1934 when it was converted to a work car. 4573 was selected by Branford in the 1947 as a rare and well-preserved example of this type of car. Car 4573 is 43 feet long, weighs in at 48,500 pounds, and seats a whopping 44 passengers. Car 1504 was built in 1912, as was the Rhode Island Company's solution to this problem. It was stationed in downtown Providence during every rush hour loaded with tools to re-rail a car and ready to tow any disabled car. The car was used in service until Rhode Island Street Railway stopped running in 1948. Car 1504 is 37 feet long and weighs in at 45,000 pounds and took a crew of 6. W3. There is no such thing as light work on a rail line. Crane cars are necessary for lifting rail and other heavy materials, setting poles, moving motors, and many other jobs. They are indispensable tools at every railway and every trolley museum. Operated by volunteers Bob Russo and Montreal Tramway, W3 was built in 1929 by the Differential Steel Car Company of Findlay, Ohio. It's quite a sophisticated machine with separate controls for swinging, raising, and extending its boom and raising and lowering its hook. The car can lift 5 tons. Look closely, maybe you'll see the frame move from the side to side over the car W3 weighs in at, are you ready? 82,000 pounds. 82,000 pounds of pure power. Car 302 is operated by our grandfather-grandson team of Wayne Sanford and Carter Nader. Oh, gotta wait to get his boom back in. You ever had that trouble getting your boom back in after it's been out? There he is, off the road. Next car coming up is car 302. It's a railway post office car operated by the Union Street Railway of New Bedford, Mass. It ran from the railway station in Fall River to the New Bedford Post Office, then on to Wareham shopping, stopping at all intermediate post office to pick up and deliver mail. Highly trained railway postal workers sorted mail and routes and delivery. Cars operated on approved highways were activated post office railroads after World War I. Car 302 was built in 1907 by the J.M. Jones Sons of Waterville, New York. The car was acquired by the museum in 1948. Car 302 is 31 feet long and weighs in at 31,450 pounds and carried 4 U.S. postal workers. During the early days of the railroad in the Midwest and throughout the United States, you were able to put stamps on your children and mail them to your relatives. Imagine that, getting rid of your kids for 33 cents. Car number 9, operated by volunteer Matthew Driven. Montreal and Southern Railway Car 9 was built in 1911 by the Grand Trunk Railway System. This interurban type of car is a blend of city streetcar and steam rail coach. Running on mostly hourly schedules between cities, these cars made stops in small towns and in rural isolation in many small towns. Car 9 operated in revenue from Montreal over the St. Lawrence River to serve the suburban population until 1956. The car is 49 feet long, weighs in at 37,500 pounds, and can seat 56 passengers. Coming up is car 709, operated by volunteers Matt Pastores, the motorman, and Steve Rudolph and Bob Greasy Rodingkirk as conductors. Chicago North Shore Milwaukee car 709 was built in 1924 by the Cincinnati Car Company. Featuring trial up to 85 miles an hour. The car was equipped with a passenger water cooler, fully operational restroom, plus cloth seats and smoking and non-smoking sections. Car 709 remained in service until the last day of service of the North Shore Line in 1963. Car 709 is 12 feet 6 inches long. It weighs in at 105,000 pounds and can seat 52 passengers. Well, coming up is car number 12. Before paved road and trucks were common, freight cars often provided to customers along the street. Operated by number 12 was built in 1917 by Baldwin Westinghouse, originally for the Ogden, Logan, and Idaho Railroad, until 1946, when the car was acquired by the Cornwall Street Railway. The museum acquired the locomotive 12 in 1972. The car is 36 feet long and weighs 105,000 pounds. That's car number 12. Here comes one of the museum's favorite, car number 503. Operated by volunteer Alan Salazzo, car 503 was built by the American Car and Foundry Company in 1928. In the final of a series of cars ordered by the Hudson and Manhattan Railway, originally styled in 1908, the car ran between Hoboken, New Jersey and 33rd Street in Manhattan. And the Hudson Journal required the car was the The car entered service in 1868 and was converted into a work car and was acquired by the National Electric Railway Association in 1979. Car 503 is 51 feet long, weighs in at 79,200 pounds, and can seat 44 passengers. Cars 1689 and 5466. Subway cars can operate independently or as part of a larger train at speeds up to 55 miles per hour. Shown today is an example of how cars could operate together as part of a train. Operated by volunteers Jimmy Harris and Thurston Clark, car 1689 was built by the American Car and Foundry in 1940. There were nearly 1,700 of these types of cars built. New York City Transit Authority from 1908 until 1964. Only 7 of these cars have been preserved. Known as the low P or low voltage, the design of anywhere 600 volts to create motives controlled by the car. In 1689, car 1689 is 16 feet 6 inches long, weighs 84,000 pounds, and 56 feet. Car 5466 weighs 58,000 pounds, and carries 196 pounds. 44 with 52. Coming up down the line is car number 6688, operated by volunteers Roberto Tillman and James Landy. New York City Transit Authority car 6688 was built in 1955 by the St. Louis Car Company. This car is typical of thousands of subway cars operating in these cars replaced the original cars in the early 1990s. Design was preserved at the Shore Line Trolley Museum in 1987. This car has also made appearances in Season 2 of Russian Doll, Season 1 of Up Here, The Amazing Spider-Man 2, The Joker, Francis Ford Coppola's upcoming movie Megapolis. It has also been used as a backdrop for coach handbags. A replica of 6688 has been built and appears in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. Car 6688 is 51 feet long, weighs in at 80,000 pounds, and seats 44 passengers. Coming up now is Atlas, operated by Ernie Darrow. The Atlas is purchased by that company during the war. It ran until freight service ended there in 1982. This type of locomotive is also called a twiddle or yard boat. It was designed to move rail cars over short distances from freight yards to attract radius or time. These locomotives ran at low speeds, typically not more than 20 miles per hour. The Shore Line Trolley Museum would like to express thanks to the Museum of Motion ground crew and passenger trolley operators. We have a number of people that have been here today to help out. Wanda Babrisky, Peter Callahan, Cindy Chiaffi, Angie Crespo, Lydia and Sophia DeVos, Frank Doherty, Bill Dressler, and Natalie Farrington, Lucas Friedman, Mike Gambino. Some of these folks were up at the store working today. Also, Adair Disk, Steve, Laura, and Evan Hayton. I knew I ruined their name, I'm sorry. Jeff Hackner, Jim Hogan, Don Conan, Ryan Lapadula, Michelle Lislett, Lou Levinson, Greg McDonald, Adrian Martinez, Sue Morrow, Carter Meager, Carter, Arlene Mingione, Dennis Pacelli, Steve Palermo, Christina Patton, Ray Popkoff, Tony P. Myself, Mark Pelletier, John Brodo, Bill Richardson, Joanne Richardson, Jalea Roman, Sue Sample, Alan Samuel, Christine Sanford, Al Santini, Ethan we know Ethan, he's sitting, well, he's not really, he's gone. But Joanna Torres, Austin Whitehall, and Dolores Salazzo, along with Al Salazzo. Thank you so much. If you'd like information about volunteering opportunities or special events or private charters at the Shore Line Trolley Museum, visit the information table in the big white tent.
Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.